Hi everyone, my name's George Farmer, UK aquascaper and OASE ambassador. Welcome to this new video all about the amazing OASE BioMaster filters. Amazing filters, an external canister filter, removes debris mechanically, cleans it chemically potentially. You can actually fit carbon pre-filters in here, and you can clean it biologically of course with the pre-fitted sponges and special plastic material, biological media that comes supplied with the BioMasters. Okay, so let's do an overview of my favourite features of the BioMaster. The first is just its overall build quality. It's German design, and fun fact, all the parts of any OASE products that are designed to be touched are coloured blue. Everything else is this lovely grey colour, so that's a fun fact for you. My personal favourite feature of the BioMaster is the quick release pre-filter here. For me, it's a complete game changer for aquascaping. You know, in aquascapes, we want our water to be not only perfectly clear to look at, but biologically clean as well. And that's another reason why the BioMaster is so great. It's got a huge media capacity here. It comes supplied with all the media that you need right out of the box. So immediately ready to run. Back to the pre-filter. Now there's actually 3 different types of sponges. 4 different types in fact. There's the fine, medium and coarse, and there's also the carbon pre-filter sponges. Now, if you want your water to be super crystal clear and you don't have a high fish load, then I would personally recommend the fine sponge. It comes fitted with the medium sponge out of the box. This is fine for most purposes. If you have maybe more wasteful fish, bigger fish that create a lot more kind of bigger waste particles, then maybe you want to opt for the coarser pre-filter sponge. I love the pre-filter so much because it just makes maintenance not only easier, but it encourages you to do it more often. And when you do maintenance more often, your aquarium system, the overall health is just improved significantly. So I would always recommend cleaning the pre-filters of your BioMaster filter every week regardless. And you can physically see when you're rinsing that pre-filter in your tap, in your kitchen or wherever you're doing it, it's a really great feeling because you're physically seeing and feeling all of that waste product going out of that aquarium away. This is a closed system and we need to remove those particles. If we don't remove them, they just get dislodged in the filter. And unless we're cleaning that filter out regularly, that's just going to create an excess organic waste, excess poor bacteria production, and end up with a poorly aquarium system. So the pre-filter just really encourages that healthy system, because by cleaning it every week, you're preventing any of those waste organics accumulating in the main body of the filter. You're constantly refreshing the pre-filter. The beneficial bacteria is still building up in the main body, but you're keeping all of that nasty stuff completely clean by keeping that pre-filter clean every week. So without a doubt, the pre-filter function is my favourite. Do keep it clean regularly, the pre-filter. If you don't, you will suffer from a loss of flow, and that's what's happening. The pre-filter is getting clogged. It's doing its job. It's collecting all of that debris, and then because it's a sponge, it becomes blocked, and then you'll notice a slowdown in flow rate, and that is a sign that you need to keep your pre-filter more, cleaner. But by doing it every week, you should not notice any significant reduction in flow. My next favourite feature of the BioMaster is the integrated heater. If you buy the thermo version, it comes supplied with the heater. You can buy the non-thermo version, which comes with a cap, and then if you wanted to, you could fit a heater retrospectively. If you're buying a US version, it will come in degrees Fahrenheit, and a UK or European version will come in degrees Celsius. and it is adjustable. The calibration is adjustable from -3 to +3 degrees, so you might want to consider that. Top tips: make sure your heater is turned off before you maintain the filter, and turn it on after you've maintained the filter. And another really interesting feature of the OASE heaters, it has a fail-safe option. So unlike most internal integrated heaters, when they fail, they can fail in the on position and therefore almost boil your aquarium water. The OASE heaters will fail in the off position. Okay, let's talk about some top tips that you can do to ensure the smooth running of your OASE BioMaster filter. Number one, you want your filters to run as quietly as possible. You know, these filters they do contain an electrical motor that's spinning 24/7. It's in a cabinet that's basically an acoustic box, so you do have the potential for it to make quite a lot of noise. Good job, OASE come supplied with these rubber feet that you can fit to the bottom of your filter, and these will dampen the vibrations and minimise any noise. Okay, next top tip is to ensure when you're fitting your hoses, ensure they have at least a tight radius as possible. You certainly do not want any kinks or knots in your hose, and you want to keep your hoses not as short as possible, because you'll need some extra length in order to maintain your aquarium and your filters. But you do not want excessive length, and you certainly do not want any really tight bends. The more gradual the bend, the better. This encourages more improved flow. More improved flow encourages better circulation, and better circulation encourages better overall aquarium health. Another top tip, in keeping with the hose theme, is keep your hoses clean. Over time, the internal part of the hose will get covered in algae, organics, and eventually the radius, that internal diameter of the hose, will reduce and can limit flow and circulation. So it's really important to keep your hoses clear. We can use hose brushes, which are very easy to use. You do need to obviously shut your filter off, remove the hoses from the aquarium, do that in your kitchen or wherever you do your aquarium maintenance, but maybe do that once a month or so, just to make sure those hoses are nice and clear to maintain optimum flow. Another top tip, when you're fitting your hoses to your OASE aquarium fittings, whether that's the outlet or the inlet, make sure you cut your hose, if you need to cut it to length, perfectly square, perfectly perpendicular. No jagged edges where you've tried to hack it with some scissors maybe, because if you have hacked it, there's little areas where you may get a tiny leak, and that can take in air, and you may potentially result in air bubbles. So it's really important to ensure those hoses are fitted completely snugly, but they're also cut completely squarely. And this ensures a complete 100% hermetic seal between the actual hose and the hose fitment, and therefore eliminating any chance of air bubbles. Next tip to minimise any air bubbles is to ensure that your flow pipe and overtank fixings are completely secured into each other. I mean, really get them right in there to ensure a 100% secure fitting. If it's not, there's opportunity for tiny bits of air to get in, and then that will result in potential air bubbles. So there we have some top tips on how to keep your OASE BioMaster filter running flawlessly. However, if you do run into any issues at all, do not hesitate to get into contact with your local technical department. If you didn't know already, I love OASE BioMaster filters. They're the reason I work with OASE right now. They're the reason I've got this aquascape right here. They're a game changer in my view. The pre-filter, the heater, and the overall build quality, the design, ease of maintenance. This filter is nearly 4 years old, been running flawlessly. What can I say? Amazing filters, amazing brand, grateful to OASE. So we hope you've enjoyed this first instalment of the OASE videos in collaboration with me, George Farmer. Really excited to bring you the next video coming soon. Do let us know in the comments what OASE products you'd like us to feature in more detail. Take care, we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.